Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. Today we're going to dive right in and we're doing a different kind of reading. We're not using oracle cards that I'm aware of unless I feel guided. I feel like this is a bit of a different energy than what I have been connecting to lately. What is really coming through is clarity, and how clarity is always a gift, even if it makes something clear that we don't want to see. If we sit with the discomfort of seeing it, it is a relief. It is freedom. It is liberation. Okay, so that being said, we're going to dive in. We're going to take a real deep look at your person's thoughts, their feelings, and what potential actions they may take. We may look at little things like, what are they focused on right now? It just depends on what I find when I get in there. But also keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? All right, so for Pisces, please, Spirit. Oof. My least favorite combination is on the table, and this is definitely something that I was feeling. Wow, we have the Emperor and the Empress with so few cards. Wow, the Four of Wands. Oh my God. All right, Pisces. Well, I could feel it. I could feel that this was going to be an intense read. So we'll just get through it. Definitely, I kept getting the message, clarity is a gift, clarity is a gift, clarity is a gift no matter what. And, you know, sometimes we just have to sit with the discomfort. You do have the Emperor and the Empress coming up here. Obviously, divine masculine and divine feminine. And please forgive my nails. I was going to paint them, but I got rushed into this reading. The thing is, this is a strong connection. You have this divine pair, divine masculine and divine feminine, with the Four of Wands between them. And up here, you have the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So there's almost like an energy where in this person's thoughts, in their mind, they actually know that this is a divine counterpart situation, right? You know, they're seeing themselves clearly as the Emperor. I just feel that way because that card came out first, but, and they're seeing you as the Empress. Keep in mind, genders don't really matter here, and you can always switch roles here. But this person has actually let their thoughts deceive them. They've actually let their thinking mind interfere with this deeper inner knowing. It feels as though it's some kind of defense mechanism that is blocking them from taking the leap of faith that they may actually feel very called toward. They're in their head. They're overthinking. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords is like literally one of my least favorite. It is my least favorite combination of the minor arcana. But this is like their thoughts are self-defeating and they're misaligned with how they really feel and what they actually really know. This is like someone who's let their thoughts take over. They're not in control of their thoughts anymore. Their thoughts are in control of them. They're sort of misleading themselves to this energy of like, oh, I'm in charge, I'm in control here. You know, their thoughts are betraying them. Their thoughts are preventing them from actually stepping into their divinity. Sometimes when we get the Emperor, right, the Emperor is this projection. It's like, I have to see myself this way. Or I just do see myself this way. You may be dealing with an Aries or a fire sign. I do feel that strongly. I feel fire sign energy strongly here. That doesn't mean that they are a fire sign, although I do feel that a lot of them are. But it can just mean that this is someone who's really in this pride and arrogant energy that has a tendency to burn the people around them. What is the Emperor? What is the Emperor? Can I get one more on the Emperor, please, Spirit? Yeah, thank you. Okay. You have the Death card in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Wands upright, and the Tower. See, it's that fiery energy that has a tendency to burn the people around them. It's like anything that would interfere with this image that they have of themselves in their own head, they block. So if for example, this is a relationship that's asking them to trust and asking them to have faith and asking them to surrender their control to the divine or to love or to some higher power, it's interfering with the way that they see themselves as needing to be the person in control. It's not to say that this person isn't spiritual or doesn't have faith. It's just that human ego energy of, I got to protect my ego at all costs. And with this Tower, it feels as though, wow. You've got the Tower with the Ace of Swords. This person may have said something shocking. There may have been some kind of shocking conversation or something where it's like, this was exposed to you. And it sort of really shook up it feels like kind of the physical world, or yeah, I said the physical world and there it is. I will just say this. What I'm seeing here, this person actually needs to work on themselves with the Eight of Pentacles there. And when you have the Tower, I think I've expressed this before, but I've sat and meditated on each individual energy of the tarot, and the two hardest for me to come into resonation with, the two hardest energies for me, were the Devil and the Tower. And that's why I clarify them always when they come out in reading. And it's just an old habit I've always had because they made me so freaked out and so nervous. And so I feel like if they did that to me, they probably do that to other people. But when I meditate on the energy, you know, meditation allows you to connect with a higher vision. And it actually showed me the Tower as more of a benevolent and kind energy, even though it's violent in the way it unfolds sometimes. It is something that commonly spares us from, you know, it keeps us safe from things that are not meant for us. It brings a lot of clarity. So this person may have said something with the Ace of Swords, and it may have really exposed that they really are somebody who has maybe a little bit of a fragile ego, and that their actually primary concern is protecting that ego. And that you see that Tower with that Ace of Swords is very much the energy that I was getting this morning in my meditation, which is clarity, even if sometimes it's something we don't want to see or we don't want to hear or we don't want to face, is our friend. It actually leads us to empowered energy. It leads us to well, I mean, obviously clarity leads us to clarity, but it leads us to being in control. I don't even want to say in control, but like having the information that we need. We're no longer ignorant. We're seeing something for the way that it is, and that is liberating because we can make a decision or a determination from there. So it may have been that there was some kind of conversation or something that happened here that exposed that someone was really just another person that was covering or protecting a very fragile ego. You know, we don't want to really get in relationships with people like that because that will always be their priority. And that is a block, right? You see the Seven of Wands right there, and you have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. It's something that ultimately will block the true potential of something, the true ability of it to connect and rise above the human limitations and of the ego. And so this this tower is very beneficial. It may be shocking, and it may sort of leave you scrambling where, I don't know how to take this. I don't know what to do with this information. Like, you just rocked my world. Or it may even sort of, I get the impression, I don't know why, this is the Rider-Waite Tower, but it's like that you're looking for a soft place to fall, or a way almost, it's almost like you're mirroring this person in some way that, like, your ego also doesn't want to take this fall or have this experience. So you see how these two people, it's like I've never gotten this energy before, but they're both sort of looking at the ground, like, how can I catch myself? How can I stop this from being the violent experience that it is? How can I catch myself and land sort of softly, or how can I control this landing? And that may be the initial reaction. But I think that it's one of those things that in time, like maybe the next day, or there's something that happens where once we can settle with the energy, we can actually maybe even accept it as the truth, accept this person at their word, and kind of make our decision accordingly. Okay. With the Judgment there, I'm gonna wait and see if Judgment comes out again. Okay, 5 of Swords. I'm getting the point here is clarity. That's what the point is. Oh my God. Wow, I think this person this person didn't think, is the thing. With the 5 of Swords, it's like they may have had some kind of difficult ending, or they may, with the 9 of Wands, it's kind of like, they're a wounded warrior. They're somebody who has, been through, they've been disappointed. They've been let down. They're a bit guarded, honestly, with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. And this is a result of, I feel like they really need to center and heal. They struggle to come together with another energy. With the Temperance, with this 9 of Wands and this 10 of Swords, it's like they get triggered when they're coming together with another energy. And it's a result of, they still desire love, or they still desire connection, and they still want it, and they're not giving up on it, but they're also sort of, they have their guard up, and there's a real limitation to what they're capable of, because as they're coming together with someone, their thoughts kind of take over, and their thoughts are a result of bad past experiences. It's burdens that this person is continuing to carry and not let go of. It's not that they don't have the intention of coming together with someone. They do, absolutely. They still desire it. They still want it. But they are letting the past dictate their present and their future through their thoughts. They are someone who acts recklessly. They speak without thinking about it. It's almost as, oh God. Their thoughts are really giving them a roadmap of, here's what you need to heal, or here's your self-sabotaging cycle. Here's how I feel this is a repeating pattern. And I feel like this pattern is also one of the reasons why this person has had the experiences that they've had in the past. Their thoughts really drain them. of the ability to show up the way that maybe they would like. Their thoughts kind of interfere with them being hopeful and optimistic about outcomes. I don't like this Three of Cups underneath this Knight of Swords. They could be someone who triangulates, who's like got another person that they sort of always run to. That, or they could turn to drinking, or they could turn to their friends. That, or they may listen to people around them and then sort of take that as the gospel and act because it resonates with some wounded part within them. You know, they may have other people who are interested in them that are even in their ear saying to them, like, this person's no good for you, you know, or, you know, they have some type of control over this person. They speak to the wounded part of this person. They trigger that part. And they kind of give this person an out or somewhere to run, to be accepted, to, you know, forget about things. But I this particular with you, with the Ten of Swords here, I feel like this is actually kind of much more than they bargained for. Like their usual routine isn't going to work. Seven of Swords here, please, for Pisces. They may actually, you know, with the Emperor and the fragile ego, a lot of times, you know, they'll project this: I have it all together, I have everything that I need, I'm whole, I'm complete, I'm the catch. They may even like sort of like tell themselves in their head that, you know, they're better than the person that they're dating, or that, you know, the person that they're dating is really lucky to be with them because they're an emperor. They really do know that they were with the Empress here, but what they tell themselves, what they're telling themselves is misaligned with what they actually A, know to be the truth somewhere deep down inside, and B, what they feel. But I feel their actions are aligned with this part, with this messed up part. Like if you really look at their actions, it reflects this lack of bravery. They, you know, the thing about this was, I feel like this person could see themselves like marrying you or going the distance here, or having some kind of long-term, solid, stable relationship. I think it was like on them to sort of put the foundation down, or to like, you know, bring this into being. And I think they chickened out because their thoughts were running haywire. They were running amok. They were not in alignment with what they had manifested, or what they were even like praying for or asking for. I think they wanted, you know, a strong soulmate relationship, or that's what they want. Nine of Wands and the Strength card in reverse. It's like, this is what I still desire. I'm not giving up. But then it's there right in front of their face. And what do? They allow their thoughts to tell them, you know, what their thoughts will. With the Four of Cups in reverse, it's kind of like, you don't want to be let down again. But underneath that, it is, you know, this person's you're probably not enough for this person. This person's probably going to become bored and discontent with you, and they're probably going to leave you no matter how strong the connection is. So you know, might want to end it first, or, you know, it's a sabotaging behavior that's based on fear. Four of Wands twice in this reading, Emperor and Empress. This is a very strong connection. This person was afraid to go after what they wanted because they were afraid of suffering. They got exactly what they wanted. They manifested exactly what they wanted. This universe gave them this opportunity that they said they wanted, and then they didn't take it. They didn't follow through. They can't stop thinking about you. This is a very strong connection. Four of Wands, Six of Cups. You know, this is like, they can't really get this off their mind. It's like they can't, it's one thing when you are like, I want this theoretical thing. You know, I want this kind of relationship. I want this type of connection. And it's another thing when you're faced with the connection, you know what it smells like, you know what it tastes like, you know what their name is, you know, you're holding it right there in your hands and you let it slip through your fingers like sand on the beach. And it's like, it just, everything you ever wanted that you were holding in your hands 1 second is now all mixed in with all the sand on the beach. And it's like, you don't even know how to go about fixing it or finding every single grain of sand. Like, you're just kind of like overwhelmed. And with the Six of Cups here, it's this energy of I can't let it go. Like, I don't know what to do. But I can't let it go. I can't stop thinking about it. Like, I know that I was briefly in alignment with everything I ever wanted. Like, I had done it. I had manifested it. I made it happen. Wow. I even feel there's this energy with this judgment of knowing that there are people around, or that even God or the angels or the divine or the people that you prayed to for this to come into your life are sitting there judging you. They're sitting there knowing that you had it in your hands and you let it slip through. Because you weren't brave enough to choose it, to take it from the ace into what its potential was. Wow. This is heavy. It's heavy. It's hard. It's its own kind of suffering. Oh. All right, the Empress. This is going to be how they see you. The Empress, please, for Pisces. I'm just going to... I want to know. Ooh, for some of you, you might work together. That might be tricky. They might be wondering how this is going to go down. Wow. They know. Oh, do they know? Oh, do they know? Do they know? Do they know? They haven't really let go. That Page of Swords, you know, it's that I haven't let you go. I'm still watching you. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still looking at it. For me, it's not over, or for me, it's not out of the realm of possibility still, which can also be where they're protecting their fragile ego, because you may have actually told them, you may have really communicated to them that, you know, maybe even that you had waited long enough, or that, you know, you had been patient as you were going to be. I feel with the Eight of Wands and the Chariot, you're moving on. Like, you know what you're looking for, and you're someone who's very focused on what you're looking for here, and that is the Ten of Cups, and that requires someone who doesn't let it slip through their fingers. And I feel actually that this clarity or whatever has happened here, it is going to free you to actually move on to what you want. Like, I feel there's a determination and a sense of, you know, the Chariot has the canopy is made out of the High Priestess material. There's a connection between the Chariot and the High Priestess that is very, you know, the Chariot moves through almost like telepathy. You know, the sphinxes in front know what the charioteer wants them to do and where it's going, because there is such a strong connection between them. And it feels like this connection, I don't know where you're at in the process with this, but it is actually strengthening you, and it is actually strengthening your resolve to kind of not stop until you get what you want, and to honestly to trust with the Eight of Wands that the universe sees your vision. The universe knows what you're capable of and where you're going and what you've had to rise above through. And they will send someone who's capable of matching that energy and moving stride for stride with you. It's not this person, not right now. This person is over here chickened out, watching, waiting, kind of thinking, well, when the time is right, I'll say something. I'll do something. But you're moving on. I mean, the Chariot and the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups is telling me that you're moving on. You're an Empress. You don't wait for people to figure it out. Either they know what they have when you're in their hand, or they don't. But you don't make yourself available to people who, you know, are willing to let you go, honestly. Are willing to let you slip through their fingers. There was something clearly communicated here that has set you free. That actually, it's like it may have hurt, it may have shaken your world, but ultimately it is setting you free. And it is actually, it's something that is almost a catalyst to a higher level of drive and determination to get what you want. And it's happening. I mean, you have the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. You're going to be successful. You are. Ten of Cups. That's what you want, and that's what you shall have. Let's see how this person is feeling. They know it too. They literally know it. They may not be willing to admit it, but they know it. They know who you are, they know what this is, and they know what you want, and that you are an Empress. And Empresses get what they want. Nothing is impossible. I will be doing an extended of this reading on my membership channel. So if you are a member and you are interested in seeing each individual sign's energy, you can meet me over there. I am discontinuing the message cards. All right. How does this person feel about Pisces? Wow. I asked, how does this person feel about Pisces? You have the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune. That you're their destiny. That depending on how things go, you'll be the one that got away, or you'll be their forever person. That's their feeling. But there is no one else. There's no one else in their heart space. The Empress is a 3 energy. And I do feel a sense of, for some people, they're low vibrational and they triangulate. But in their heart space, there is only you. This is really interesting. Normally, if I have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups and the Empress, I feel like there's definitely multiple people, but I so strongly got, just because the Empress was the only card that came out, that the Empress is the only person in this person's heart. The thing is, with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, this is one of those beautiful moments in life where the person that this person is super attracted to and that they desire happens to be the same person that is loving and giving, and is there a sort of soft place to fall where they can just be themselves at the end of the day. It's like the most important things in the world to this person exist in the same person, and that's how they know that you're the one, the only one. I think they keep this hidden. I think that they do have deep feelings for you. I think they're willing to admit that there is a strong physical attraction, or they may even try to sort of tell themselves that that's what this is. But in their heart, there is something that is much more profound happening, or that they are feeling something much more profound. The Moon and the Queen of Cups are here, and those are really, your energy. So it's really telling me like it's almost like, you are like, you have a space in this person's heart, and I don't think it's going anywhere. With the 9 of Wands, it's like, they can't really do anything about it. They can't let it go. They can't release it. And I think they tell themselves it's like because they're not as attracted to anyone else, or they, it's like, I feel that this person really wants to diminish this, or, wants to sort of tell themselves. It's that energy of like needing to control. It's that energy of kind of needing to, protect that fragile ego. And with the Magician here, the Magician, bam, this person's getting no reprieve, not any from anywhere here, not in their thoughts, not in their heart, not in their emotions, not anywhere. There's like nowhere. This person's got to be like incredibly uncomfortable with themselves. If this person travels, you have the Chariot and the World card here, which is like, it is telling me that like this person may travel, or this person may be, they may be planning a travel or a move, or they may even live at a distance. And that may have made it so that you had to use other forms of communication other than, just like physical intimacy. It's like this person may have, you know, when you're talking to someone, when you're at a distance from someone and you're talking to someone and you're feeling all these feelings about someone, it is because of who they are. It's the substance of their character, and it is the love that they offer you. And that's a way harder thing to deal with than just physical desire for someone. You can be physically attracted to many people, but this feeling of home or of a safe place for them to fall, someplace they can always like return to for love, for guidance, for acceptance, no matter kind of like what happens. This person may also have some kind of like a traveling job or this isn't going to be for everyone, and I don't want to dilute the message by bringing a lot of things into it, but it's strong enough and it's like important enough for me to say what this is, or to like go here for a minute. That is also in their heart, and it's something that they don't want to give up. And it's like, I think that they see that you are someone who they could build something with, where they could still, you know, have this aspect of themselves, like where they would be still loved and have this aspect of themselves. But it's almost like an energy of where I feel it's kind of like in their head, they have maybe told themselves that like, oh, this person wouldn't support or wouldn't be cool with this. And it's like, even if you were to tell them, even if you were to show them, even if it like, it just doesn't matter. It's like they believe what they want to believe. And again, this is part of that protecting their ego. It's part of being guarded. It's like, it's something that they tell themselves from keeping, that helps them to keep this guard up around their heart of, you know, no one really is going to support how much I travel, or, you know, this long distance, or, you know, my wanderlust, or, you know, I don't know. I think it could just be different for everyone, but it's something that it's like, this is also in their heart. It's like you're not sharing the space in their heart with another person, but you may be sharing the space in their heart with a lifestyle that they're not really willing to give up. And it feels like, you know this about them, and that you've been completely accepting and completely loving and nurturing about it. But it's kind of one of those energies where it's like they can sort of tell themselves whatever they want to. Bubby, that's okay. It's okay. They can sort of tell themselves whatever they want to about this situation. Like, it's sort of an excuse kind of energy that I feel here. With a magician, it's like they do have all the tools to make this work. Underneath the magician is the Hangman and the Ten of Pentacles. So there is a level of, you know, I'm telling myself something that keeps me empowered, that keeps me protected, that allows me to sort of stay in my ego and can maintain this vision I have of myself and not really be real with myself. But with the Hangman, it's like this person over time is going to look at this, and it's going to become clearer and clearer to them what they had, that they had the Ten of Pentacles here, and that you are the Empress. It's like it doesn't diminish, it doesn't wane, it doesn't change. It's like, Nope, Pisces was the gold standard, you know, Pisces was the one, you know, that got it, that understood it, that could love me, all of me as I am, and with like everything. They're protecting themselves from deep feelings. That's just what they're doing. They're protecting themselves. They're keeping it hidden, even from themselves. You know, I feel like they're trying to just say, you know, this is a physical attraction, or this is, for some of you, they may even be saying to themselves that they can't trust you. And this is another small percentage, because they don't know what you're doing all the time, or, you know, there's something mysterious about you, and you're so attractive that they feel they have to protect themselves. Like, other people may be attracted to you and they can't be with you all of the time, maybe because they're traveling. And so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you're probably deceptive. It's like they're projecting onto you, honestly. Wow. You have the 9 of Wands underneath the Wheel of Fortune. I think that's so mean when people look under the bottom of the deck and then don't tell you what they see. You know, this person is fighting against their destiny. They're guarding themselves against it. It's all protection. What is the Wheel of Fortune, please? You've got the 6 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Got the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Wow, you got Justice in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, 8 of Swords upright. Damn. Yeah. This person is preventing what is like written in their heart. They're not allowing the wheel to turn. They're prioritizing their thinking mind over what they're feeling, and it's preventing them from being able to reciprocate in the heart space, to balance this out, to make good judgments, to rise up to meet this occasion. They definitely have deep feelings, but they can't handle it. You know, we have the Page of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and Justice in reverse. This is just saying, you know, their feelings make them feel not in control, and they feel like their feelings are going to make them make bad judgments. So they don't trust their feelings. They trust their head. That keeps them limited, that keeps them from having to take a risk, from having to be vulnerable or put themselves out there. It is a result of some kind of unhealed wound. But they don't trust their feelings. Their feelings make them feel unstable. And so when they're feeling this, I want this, I'm going to choose this, their mind takes over and says, oh, you can't trust your feelings. You know, your feelings have misled you in the past, or, you know, it stirs up a bunch of fear. It triggers them, and it puts them in this toxic thought cycle that doesn't serve them and doesn't serve this connection. It doesn't serve you, certainly. And it prevents what wants to happen and what may be even like fated or destined to be possible. It prevents it from happening. It prevents the wheel from being able to move freely. You know, this person's trying to control. They're trying to stay safe. They're trying to protect themselves and be guarded. All right, so let's look at the future actions of this person. Oh, geez. What are the future actions of this person? Ugh. Keep in mind that this is just as of now. This isn't like written in stone. No one can predict the future. Things are always changeable. I don't really know how to do this well. You've got the Three of Wands in reverse. You've got the Four of Wands in reverse. And you've got the Three of Swords in reverse. You know, this is someone who, you know, they're definitely balancing some energies. This is definitely something that is going to take time. I think this person is going to have to walk alone for a bit. Just them with them to come to terms with things without pressure, without distraction is what I'm getting, but I don't know, take it as it resonates. They are capable and they definitely know what this is. You've got the King of Pentacles looking directly at the Two of Cups. It's like, I know what this is. I know I've never maybe felt this way before. I know this is a powerful connection, or I know what I had. I know that this relationship could have probably stood the test of time. It would have been healthy. There was a soul contract here. This person with the Knight of Wands and the Fool, it's very interesting because I feel like this person rebelled against like what they wanted. That doesn't work out well, you know. The universe is like, okay, I gave you what you wanted and you mistreated it. You missed it. You missed the boat. And it's like, this person is leaving with nothing. They're a fool. And, you know, when the universe brings your manifestation into being with the Four of Wands and you refuse it, you ask for it, you get it, and then you don't deal with it because you're afraid of suffering. It means you're not ready to receive what it is you actually want. And so the universe, you definitely go on a dry spell. You're going to have to be by yourself until you can get to a place where you're no longer afraid of having what it is you say you want. And sometimes the universe does bring in what you want so that you can see that you weren't ready for it, or that it's not... Yeah, especially because there's absolutely no doubt. This person had a soul contract and the soulmate that they had asked for, and they held back. They protected themselves and they walked away. Yeah, the suffering is now unavoidable for this person. The Two of Cups. Wow. Geez, I mean, Spirit is harsh as hell. I'm sorry. I mean, this isn't, I wouldn't wish this on like my worst enemy. You have the Two of Cups here being clarified by the Devil with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's just reiterating, yeah, this could have been, you know. If that's what you're feeling and you're feeling stuck or hung up on it, it is probably a mirrored energy. I mean, this is a deep soul contract, and this person's inability to free themselves from the things that were holding them back is probably making it very difficult for you to free yourself from this person. It's almost like, you know, you fell in love with them, and in doing so, you have unknowingly or unwittingly or whatever kind of change yourself to what was holding them back, because it's like you may still desire this, and so you wanting it is you being connected to their own ability or inability or lack of ability to free themselves from what is holding them back. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like they've chained you to it as well, because you're now chained to them and they're chained to it. And it is the thing that held them back. It is some form of toxicity, or even illusion. I do see this person as someone who's really protecting their ego. What is the devil? You've got 2 8s. Yeah, you got to cut yourself free. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want. But this is an opportunity for you to actually free yourself, liberate yourself, and like become more discerning yet. It's another thing for you to understand in your quest and in your path for what you're hoping for what you want. This person with the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles here, they have a lot of work to do to master themselves, and they have to master themselves before they're free to move beyond this point, and may even be before they're able to even reach out to you or say anything to you. And Spirit, it's like also has to be clear that you're in an energy where you can cut them off. It feels like Spirit is actually holding them back at this point because they have fumbled the ball so badly. That it's kind of like, you know, Spirit's like, until you work on yourself, you're not free to move about the cabin. And until Pisces is ready to cut you off when they become aware of your toxicity, until I can trust Pisces to do that, I'm withdrawing your opportunity to actually have what you want, or to be together, or to experience this. The Knight of Wands. You have the Strength card. Definitely some of you are dealing with the Leo. You have Gemini, Capricorn. You've had a lot of different energies out here. I noticed there was a lot of Cancer. You also have Aquarius and Aries a lot. You also have a lot of Libra and Taurus. This person with the Knight of Wands, they tried to keep things superficial, and it's like they were attracted to you because you were the Empress. The moment that they developed feelings for you, it sort of started this power struggle or this conflict within this person of, you know, which wolf am I going to feed? You know, the dark wolf or the light wolf? You know, we saw that moon card at some point somewhere. It's like, which thing are we going to, what space are we operating from here? Love or fear? And, you know, I think that this person, typically their answer is to find something else that they're attracted to or that they want, or to focus on one of the many other dimensions of their life or facets of their life, possibly even travel, again with the Fool card and the the Knight of Wands. You know, kind of running away type energy from their feelings and from connecting on a deep level. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you're looking at the Empress, there's really nowhere to go. You really can't, everything else is going to pale in comparison. The Empress energy is so damn powerful. Someone who's really in their power, someone who knows their worth, who knows their value, who makes things happen for themselves, who is unlimited, someone from whom nothing is impossible. That energy, there's nothing else like it in the world, in the universe. It's the energy of creation. And I mean, where are you going to go? What are you going to find? It's like, you know, being a heroin addict and then trying to take marijuana and thinking it's going to do the same thing, or have a shot of whiskey and think it's going to do the same thing to you. You know, I mean, I've never done heroin, but so I can't say it from experience, but I know that that's a way more powerful drug, and it messes with the pleasure centers in your brain. So, you know, it's like a drink isn't going to do the same thing. In fact, the drink is going to do opposite, you know, or, you know, because it's a depressant. Yeah, it's like, oh man, you know, this person is in for a really disparaging ride. This person still does have the opportunity to free themselves from the illusion that they've created and to learn the lesson, and then they will be free. They could be free to come back towards you slowly with intention. But, you know, wow. This is like, I know I'm a fool. I know I'm an idiot. I know I fumbled the ball real bad here. I know I was holding in my hand everything that I wanted, and I let it slip through my fingertips, and now I'm afraid. That fear has the potential to shatter the illusion. The fear that they have lost you and that they have been a fool because that fool energy is in direct conflict with them trying to protect their ego. It's always incredible to me how the universe does that, how everything has the potential to come full circle. Like everything we're avoiding, when we avoid it, it usually just comes up in waves that have a different appearance. You know, we may be able to avoid it head on, but we can't avoid the rippling effect that it has in our life. And this is saying, like, this person, you know, this illusion, as long as they hold on to it, they'll have nothing. They will literally have nothing. That zero energy. They will always be the fool in search of something better, in search of the grass is greener when there is no greener grass than the Empress's grass, you know. Three of Wands, Four of Wands in reverse together, please, Spirit. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Woo-wee. Oh, my God. All right. So, you know, this person, you know, they did say what they wanted, and Spirit brought it to them, and they didn't have the courage to pursue it. The King of Wands in reverse for me is someone who knows what they want, but they don't take action. With the King of Swords here, this person was cold. They were logical, they were analytical, they were protecting their precious, fragile ego here. They had the opportunity, but it required them to move with their heart, to follow their heart, and they cut that off. They cut that energy off. They blocked that energy within themselves in order to protect this. They didn't act on what they really wanted. With the High Priestess here, they don't know what you're thinking. They don't really, you're keeping your cards close to your vest. They don't really know. Wow. I think this person feels that you know your worth and you know your value. And so their effort to not suffer has caused you to make a decision to protect your worth and your value. There were probably other people waiting in line, or you do have other options, or even if you don't feel like you have other options, or even if your other options aren't, you know, really like viable choices in your opinion based on what you know you're worth here, it's like they still feel as though there are other options, or that you have other options, or that you could have other options. It could be an illusionary energy. But they know here that their effort not to suffer has put you in a decision where you had to choose yourself and your worth and your value, and that you're returning their cold energy back with your own cold energy. There's a heavy mirroring energy here. It's like, yeah. Wow. So this is where I'm going to end the reading. I'm not doing messages anymore. I'm sorry for those of you who like them, but it's not one person, and it's not me just ignoring one person. Even when I said what I said yesterday, which I said completely that I am human and that I can make mistakes and that it's possible that I could have said air twice in a row, but that like, just always know this is, you know, I do it like this: water, fire, earth, air. So if I say air twice in a row, know that this is earth. I mean, the number of comments that I got, and actually one extremely low vibrational, unenlightened human commented like I could have just torn it apart, but it's not even actually worth responding to. But the thing is that it's habitually a problem, and I have had, as many people say, I love the messages at the end. I have people say the messages feel disconnected from the reading itself. And I just, at the end of the day, what I give is my time to this reading, and I give literally everything I have to it. And I just don't want to deal with energy. I mean, this, you know, I like, every time someone comments about that, it is annoying to me. You know, however you feel about that. Somebody said I definitely shouldn't be annoyed by it, that I should be looking at it like people are just so interested in the readings. And let me tell you, it is never kind to should on people. The moment you say should or shouldn't, you need to check yourself. Honestly, it's a really super unkind thing. You cannot tell me how I should feel or shouldn't feel, or why I should or shouldn't feel how I feel. That's called gaslighting. And this is how I feel. So I'm not doing messages anymore. It's just, to me, that part of the reading is not worth it. I am going to, instead, I will be doing more with my members channel, and I will be going over there, and I will be going through each individual all sign. I may do more message cards and things like that over there. But yeah, I just, for whatever reason, for the general collective at large, and, you know, I'm not speaking obviously to everyone. I love you all, but like, in the interest of me continuing to read tarot on YouTube, I'm going to drop that part of the reading, period. And I will be addressing it in other ways, but not for the general public. So if you need to stop following me because of that, or you need to stop watching because of that, or you think that I'm not in the right to make autonomous decisions about my channel, or whatever, like, I'm you know, do what you need to do. All right, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and clarity. I really, truly do. I always do. Really wish every single one of you the best, even the people that leave nasty and unenlightened comments. Because we're all connected. So anyway, have a great day. Until next time, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.